who forms a government and who doesn't.
Who?
So maybe you got your strategy wrong.
These allies
Maybe you got your strategy wrong, Ms. Lekhi. You're going to have to revisit that.
Who can go and sit with the Congress party. I am very clear. Arnab, allow me one line. I mean, especially allies which are sitting with the Congress and are hand in glove with the Congress are better. We are better without them.
Will Mayawati and Mamta...
I'm sorry,
the only way you can form a government, Ms. Lekhi, the only way you can form a government as per these numbers is if Mayawati and Mamta support you. That's the only way.
We will see that. For all you know, they may support us. I have a different question for you.
Well,
my question is, can SP and BSP go together? Can TMC and CPI go together? Can TRS...
The SP and BSP are together with the UPA now. The SP and the BSP are together with the UPA now.
We all know.
But the SP can't go with you. And the BSP is not going with you.
CPI is on them.
No, the point is, Ms. Lekhi, one second. It's not a quarrel. I'm not quarreling.
JDU will go together.
You see, the point is, it's a deeper question.
No, my point is very simple.
The question is, Ms. Lekhi, you're going to have to revisit your ally strategy. Am I wrong in making that assumption? You're going to have to revisit your ally strategy. Vinod Mehta wanted to come in. I yield to him.
Vinod Mehta. I just want to... Can we just see the third front graphic? Can we?
Okay, let's...
No, I just want to see.
Mr. Mehta wants the third front graphic. Mr. Mehta wants to see the Polanski
That's the nightmare scenario. That's the nightmare scenario for the Indian Republic.
No, watch.
1 minute.
Watch.
And second, it is not a blinding insight, or you don't have to be a great political scientist to see that between the NDA and the UPA is better positioned to gather allies because of its policies than the NDA. And the great white hope, Narendra Modi, could easily turn out to be the biggest handicap and setback for the BJP NDA, because his presence inhibits other parties from coming. And one other point. It not only... it doesn't inhibit other parties.
Mr. Mehta, what the BJP is saying... I'll come to your second point. What the BJP is saying, Mr. Mehta, is that as of now, our strategy is to get as many seats with Mr. Modi.
But they're not getting those seats.
As many.
But they're not getting... And what I'm saying, Arnav, is simply if those allies don't go to Modi and NDA, it is quite possible that they go to the UPA. So Mr. Modi, for all his great... I'm not a great admirer, but assuming he has great qualities, he is not the great white hope of the NDA.
Well, I just want to watch. Viewers are calling on one thing. Viewers are saying, will you please on Times Now tell us who the most popular choice for Prime Minister will be?
Narendra Modi.
One second. I did ask. Well, Mr. Mehta, you're speaking for the nation, are you? The question is asked, who's going to be the most popular choice for Prime Minister? That question, that result, we are putting out in 10 minutes. So just, I seek your patience on that.
Arnab, I have a question. I have a question for Mr. Naresh Gujral, because he's an alliance partner of the BJP sitting in the program. Okay, so he's best suited to answer this. Mr. Naresh Gujral, the JDU walked out. The convener of the NDA, Mr. Sharad Yadav, walked out. There has been absolutely no urgency shown by the BJP to have a new convener to look at alliances. As an alliance partner of the BJP, is that something that bothers you? Because you just clarified that Narendra Modi is not the NDA prime ministerial candidate, he's just the campaign manager. Are you getting restless within the NDA that the BJP has to make its move as far as alliance partners are concerned?
Not at all. I think there is no hurry, there is a lot of time to go, and there is no point in trying to formalize a strategy right now. I have always maintained from day one that BJP should put forward a candidate as the chairman of the campaign committee or as their prime ministerial candidate who can maximize their vote share. Thereafter, if the alliance is going to require the support of 90 or 100 members from outside, these regional leaders, they would wish to be part of the decision making. We can't decide before. If we have to choose a prime minister
what does
together,
India need?
they also
What
want to
does
sit
India
on the high
need?
table.
And that question is to Mr. Rajiv Gowda. What does India need? Does India need? And I put this question to our panelists before I come to you. Okay, Abhishek wants to come in. Yes, Abhishek.
Allow me one question.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, why are we not raising the question which your data is throwing up? The data is very clearly telling you there is a very, very real chance on higher probability of having a non-BJP, non-Congress-led government. That is what the people are saying. That is what the numbers are saying. We must really, really explore that idea. There is not being much debate. You're just bouncing between Congress and BJP. I think that's unfair, grossly unfair. The way the regional parties have become close to the aspirations of the people.
Why is it unfair? The people will say there are only two things which are unfair. One thing which is unfair is if a party with 33 seats, the leader becomes prime minister. Second will be if the Congress party, which with 119 seats, this will be the Congress party's worst performance since 1999 when it was reduced to 114 seats. Worst performance for the Congress since 99. Dr. Meghnad Desai.
I only have to say, if Mulayam is Prime Minister, what are you going to do in 2016? When there will be another election?
Adnab, I have a question for Naresh Gujral. I have a question for Naresh Gujral.
He's responding to you. He's responding to you. Meenakshi Lekhi, you're seeing the nature of the discussion. Can I pull out the graphics here? We have 10 questions which we asked to our thousands of respondents in this survey. The question number 1 was, who is best suited to be the Prime Minister of India? And I put the questions in a sequence that you can get the bigger question, bigger national picture. It makes sense to you. The question was, who is best suited to be the Prime Minister of India? And there you have it.
37.7
there you have it.
Said Modi. 17.6 said Rahul Gandhi. The Prime Minister followed closely, far behind at 6.2, and Mrs. Gandhi at 3.9%.
No, one second. So what's the implication of this? The implication of this superimposed on the result is, can you just have that again, please? Who is best suited to be the Prime Minister of India? Ladies and gentlemen, my question to the panelists is 37.7% say Modi, 17.6% say Rahul Gandhi. Will the Congress party do its best to ensure, as a result of this and even otherwise, that it's not a Modi versus Rahul fight?
It could be possible. It is possible that Mr. Narendra Modi is best suited to be the Prime Minister according to popular choice. But he may not be best suited to form a government with the NDA.
No, but what is...
And I have got a question for Naresh Gujral.
No,
I got one question, very important question for Naresh Gujral. And that question is simply this. And there is no... Arnab, that question is this.
What is the time,
please? Is Naresh Gujral and his parties seriously reconsidering the championing of Narendra Modi as a prime ministerial candidate in view of his difficulties in getting...
He said no to that. He said no to that. That's question number 2 is, and I'll take the analysis on this. Question number 2 is, are you satisfied with the performance of the UPA government, which is the satisfaction index? Rajiv Gowda, listen carefully. Are you satisfied with the performance of the UPA government? 58% said no. 58% of our respondents said we are not satisfied with the performance of the UPA government. I think that's huge. This is a clear and unambiguous dissatisfaction with the UPA. Will this spur the UPA to push more for its food security program and other populist schemes? And now I want to come to question 3. I'm coming to question 3.
They could resign.
Question 3. If elections are held now, and that's the question Vinod Mehta is asking all of us, if elections are held now, what will your vote be based on? And we gave the following options to our respondents. 1 was can't say, 2 was a political party, 3 was the prime ministerial candidate, 4th was the local MP candidate. And I find it very interesting that 46% of our respondents said that if elections are held now, our vote will be based upon the prime ministerial candidate. There you have it. Vinod Mehta, the BJP strategy
Then
may
why
well
is
be right.
BJP not getting more seats?
That's the question we have to ask the BJP.
If he's such a popular guy, why isn't he getting more seats for the BJP?
Meenakshi Lekhi is responding. Meenakshi
Let me
Lekhi.
ask a question to Mr. Mehta. I was asking, your data has actually clarified what I was going to ask Mr. Vinod Mehta. Very simple thing. If people are dissatisfied with UPA, what policies was he talking about? And if a person who is not capable of performance, can he ever be or should he ever be the Prime Minister of the country? We have seen the result of 9 years, and we will see the result of any third front person which the other people may be projecting. Number 3, the CPI is finished. Without communists, without Congress, can a third front exist? And if any third front exists with the support of Congress, is as good as Congress ruling the country. And should the country accept that? Now, these are the issues with which we have to go to the people, build on the momentum of Mr. Modi and get the votes on the table. And whatever numbers are being predicted, those numbers will fail us because we still have time.
No, Meenakshi Lekhi, are you considering one option? That's a question to our panel, is that the problem is not Mr. Modi at this stage. The problem is that your party, unfortunately, is not as spread out as it should be.
Absolutely.
The problem is that your party is overemphasizing on Narendra Modi, Narendra Modi, Narendra Modi, without realizing that the footprint of your party, your Narendra Modi, even if it consolidates, the footprint of your party has not reached out in several parts of the country. There are very few places where you are number 2, where you can become number 1. Jay, quick comment from you.
Absolutely. It is a shrinking footprint of the party which is actually, not enabling the party to even make most of what it's gaining. Orissa, for example, the poll says the BJP gains 4%, goes to 21. Kerala, it gains. It goes to 16%. But the footprint is so small, the party cannot convert those votes into seats.
No, so what these three questions are telling me, the people of India are not rejecting a presidential style personality-driven election campaign. They have not rejected it. They like the idea of it. But somewhere at the last mile, when they go to vote, either the BJP does not have the footprint to capitalize on that format of an election and therefore the personal popularity of Modi, or there's some other story breaking out. Hartosh, coming to you. Hartosh.
Well, certainly it's a question of footprint. The personal popularity of Modi means something only if it can be translated into seats on the ground.
Yeah.
And I think BJP is banking far too much. This essential question is something I still don't see answered. Nobody is willing to categorically commit that suppose Mr. Modi gets them a certain number of seats.
Yeah.
When the time comes, are they willing to set him aside? I would like to hear Ashok on this. He knows the answer much better on this than anybody else would probably hear.
Mr. Modi has to win the same number of seats as Vajpayee did and maybe even 10 more to qualify. If he doesn't, obviously he steps back. But I'd like to say something here without interruption. You spoke about the last mile. This is not the last mile, my friend. We are far from the last mile.
No, I meant the last mile between the individual popularity of a prime ministerial candidate and the casting of the vote.
There's still 8 months to go.
No, I'm not meaning last mile in terms of...
If this election is a compendium of state elections, then Mr. Modi and the BJP have had it. Mr. Modi and the BJP's bet is that there is a sliver of a national vote above the compendium of state elections. Please remember, in 1998, the BJP fought in Andhra Pradesh all alone, and because of the Vajpayee factor, surprised itself by winning 4 seats. So freak results do happen.
What's surprising me, Ashok, what's surprising me is that the answers to the first 4 questions in our survey, and if I put the next question out, you'll find it even more confounding. The next question which we put is that, if elections are, we did ask, if elections are held now, what will your vote be on? My next question is, what is more important to you, secularism or good governance? Because this is a very recent poll, and to all our viewers, we felt that the answer to this question is important because this is a question many of you have been asking us. What's more important, the secularism, or which the BJP calls the bogey of secularism, or governance? And the answer to that is only 35% think secularism is more important than good governance. This country is crying for good governance. This corruption-ridden country is crying for good governance.